Happy Wednesday. How you doing? How was your Tuesday yesterday? Hope it went well. It was a good day at the VTH. Back again tomorrow. So after today, you won't see me till Friday. I know. Makes some people happy. You know, every now and then I'll get a comment that kind of sparks a memory. And I'm talking a very distant memory. I'm talking decades. I got one again recently. I got a comment from Mike. Mike Collins. What's up, Mike? No, not Mike the Mopai Madman. Come to think of it, I had a few people tell me he hasn't been around in a while. His channel's still up, but every video is gone. All the videos are gone. Interesting. I don't know the deal. Want me to speculate? Maybe YouTube finally got fed up with his bullshit with all his death rants, wishing death on people, and or maybe finally went off the fucking deep end and he's locked up because he went out and bought an AR-15 and he pulled a Elmer Fudd. Shh, be belly, quiet. I'm hunting Wibbles. His ass is locked up. Who the fuck knows with that guy? But anyway, Mike Collins left a comment. And it's kind of funny because normally I'm kind of quick. I catch on to things. This went right the fuck over my head. And I even questioned him, like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he said something else, and then I started laughing. Okay, Mike, now I get it. It had to do when I was talking about the Crypt Keeper, not building this engine. He left a comment. He said, well, he went to, I forget what he said. I don't feel like going back to look at it now. Anyway, he mentioned a catalog that you can order, specialty racing parts, rods, pistons, things of that nature, specialty catalog. Well, you have to order these parts, you have to prepay before you even get it, and then it's like a 10-year, wait time on it, you know what I mean? And I didn't get, what he was getting at that was supposed to be humorous. I kind of took it serious. I'm like, what are you talking about, And then I got a good kick out of it. And it reminded me of something. That kind of set off a memory from a very long time ago, and I'm talking decades. Today, JEGS, Summit, now with the internet, there are many vendors for just about anything you want, with any part. But back in the day, before the internet and before all that, there was something that for a lot of guys was the holy grail. It was the Bible for car guys. And it was the J.C. Whitney catalog. Thanks, Mike. You helped spark this memory. J.C. Whitney. I used to get it. I don't think I ever bought anything out of it, though. I know people that did. And they had just about anything. You could get any aluminum intake from Hawley, Edelbrock, Offenhauser, tunnel rams, single plane, dual plane. Any cob you wanted from a Hawley to a Rochester, any Carter, AFB, thermal quad, headers, cam and lifter kits. The list was too long. In-dash car radios, tape decks, amps to go with it, speakers. At that time, the big thing was 6x9 Jensen triaxles, with a Craig 50-watt amp and your in-dash cassette deck, The 8-track thing had already kind of died out by the time, I came around. And they even had tires, mag wheels. You could get any kind of mag wheel you wanted out of there. Krager, Keystone, Appliance, American Racing, ET, side pipes. And they had some, now we call it repot pots. They had You know what was popular? 67 to 69 Camaros, and even on 72, like 73, and people were putting them on 74s, and you know, even later years when they were still, you know, the second generation, those cowl hoods, you know, they were fiberglass reproductions, spoilers, front and rear spoilers, fog light, whatever you wanted, interior trim pieces. You know, you could get just about anything you wanted. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. I know it's a pretty thick catalog. There was a lot of shit in there. Then they started coming out with those front end bras for cars, those, you know, leather or vinyl black bras you put on the front of your car. I remember seeing them on Trans Ams and Z28s and Corvettes and shit. You could get just about anything in that catalog. Traction bars, Lakewood Slapper, yellow traction action slapper bars, ladder bars, tires. You could get just about anything. That was like the Holy Bible, you know, for a lot of car guys. I know some people that bought things from there. And it reminded me, you know, of how it was then, how it is now. A little before the auto zones started popping up around here, we had a place called Western Auto. If I'm not mistaken, it was owned by Sears and Roebuck, like a subsidiary, and people that had a Sears and Roebuck charge card for their store, you could use that charge card at Western Auto. It specialized mostly in automotive stuff. No cams, lifters. You couldn't go there and get an alternator or water pump, things like that. But mostly accessories and things, you know, oil, transmission fluid, air filters, fuel filters, a lot of car radios, amps, speakers. I went in there a few times. They had mufflers, thrush, cherry bombs, side pipes, thrush side pipes. They had another brand, I forget what kind they were, but they looked like they were fake header pipes. It looked like four coming out from under the side and going into one long probe tube, but it was only 1 feet into it, you know, for appearance, but they had a loud sound. And a lot of different things like that. Engine dress-up kits, Mr. Gasket, remember these Mr. Gasket and Cal Custom? You know, you got your chrome air cleaner, chrome valve covers, chrome oil filler cap, chrome dipstick handle, chrome master cylinder cover, all little odds and ends and things like that. We had these places around, and you know, today, Jegs, Summit, and many others. There's so many vendors online. We didn't have the internet back then. Yeah. But you set off a memory of something I hadn't thought about for a long time, how it was then, how it is now. And also another memory of how it was then compared to how it is now. Back then, we let our cars do the talking. We let our cars do all the talking. You know, if somebody said, hey, listen, you be down in Industrial Park Thursday night, I'll race you for $100. Either show up or shut up. And that was it. That was the end of the talk. The person either showed up, raced, won, or lost. That was the end of it. You know? Guys didn't run their mouth. I'm going to do this to my car. I'm going to do that to my car. I'm going to put it, oh, you wait. You wait until I put more gear in. You wait until I do this. You didn't hear a lot of that shit. We did it. And then when it was done, we showed up with our car and said, okay, let's race. We had our grudge racing nights. That was Wednesday night at that time up at New England Dragway. And because being here only like, you know, an hour and a half away, it wasn't that far to get to. And it was open track night, grudge racing night, and it was all locals from all over. And it was never really overcrowded to where, you know, if you were lucky, you got you made 2 passes a night. You'd get 3 or 4 passes in. You know, it was never overcrowded to where you were there. It's like, man, I came up in an hour and a half to make one fucking run, and now there's so many cars. No, it was good. And a lot of times, races were set up. Okay, next Wednesday night, New England Dragway, be there, bring some money, and that was the end of it. There wasn't a lot of talk, a lot of bragging and shit. You showed up with your car and you fucking raced. When you won, you took the money. When you lost, you paid up, and that was it. You know, what I see, man, these days, a lot of people are going to do a lot of things, they never fucking do it. A lot of claims made about their cars they don't fucking live up to. You know, a lot of projects never get completed, many never even get started. But man, can they fucking talk. You know, there's a saying that there's people that, you know, they talk to talk, and there are others that walk the walk. It was a different time. It was a different era. I'm glad I was a part of that era. I'm glad. It gave me a lot of experience in things that now I have something to compare it to. And quite frankly, I know some people are going to get pissed off at me saying this, but if you know me well enough by now, you know, like, I give a flying fuck about what anybody thinks. You know? Seen a lot of change. And it's been brought on by this wonderful invention called the internet. Where it's mostly just a lot of talk. A lot of talk. I wonder how many of these guys, Sanford's Pickle Sniffers, you want me to use them for an example? I wonder how many of these guys have ever had a hot rod. Ever will have a hot rod. Have ever put an engine together. Ever will put an engine together. Have ever raced at a track. Will ever race at a track. Ever raced on a street race. Ever will race on a street race. What do you think? Anyway, to reiterate, that means repeat for you Uncle Sanford Pickle Sniffers, but I'm not trying to sound condescending. That means talk down to you. I hope you had a good day yesterday. Hope you had a happy Tuesday. I did. We all did at the VTH. And tomorrow will be a happy Thursday for me again and everyone at the VTH here. I hope your Thursday is a happy one tomorrow, even though I will not be here. I will be back on Friday. See, I'm warning you ahead of time. I'm a good guy, right? So anyway, that's about it. But yeah, Mike, Mike, I felt like a fucking idiot. After that first exchange, I'm like, man, you know, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? And you had to explain it to me. Duh. And I did laugh out loud. Okay, right? Isn't that what I told you? Okay, Mike, now I get it. And I started laughing. Now I get it. I get it now. Anyway, that's about it. So yeah, every now and then I get a comment that kind of sparks a memory. And things, you know, I never forgot about. The memory is still there. But it's something I just haven't thought about in a long time. And we're talking decades now, it's a little deeper in the recesses of my mind, you know, and then it comes out and then it's like a floodgate opens up and I remember all the little details and all the little things. And I remember how things used to be. You know, I can honestly tell you, I miss those days. I miss the street scene. I miss the track scene. And for me, take it for what it's worth. For me, I think those days with cars and racing and doing things with cars and the guys and our get-togethers, I think they were far better than what's going on in the car community today. But all of you guys have no idea what that was about. You have nothing to compare it to. A lot of us, we have these memories. We can see how it was, how it is, and which is actually better. For me, it was then, not now. Have a great day.